Hey, Steve and I are on vacation this week, but we have lots of quality program for you as usual. My part 2 conversation with Ali Marpet, the Bucs former guard, now turned clinical psychologist, working on his doctorate, has his master's. He walked for that ceremony just a few weeks ago. Fascinating guy with a beautiful young family. Traveled the world after his retirement. Really stunned the Bucs at age 28 after having made his first and only Pro Bowl. Having won a Super Bowl a year earlier, decided he wanted to live a healthier lifestyle. And of course, in part 1, he talked about some of the issues he had, balancing playing offensive guard at 300 pounds and some of the health problems he was concerned about. In this part, you'll hear more about the work he has done with the Tampa Crisis Center. Spent a summer there working on the crisis line, got a lot of training. It is a remarkable story, and you just get to really feel what Ali is about when it comes to community service. Wasn't sure what he was going to do post-career, but knew he wanted to help people, and he demonstrated that while he was a player as well. So hope you enjoy my conversation, part 2 with Ali Marpet. Make sure you guys get on down to Breitling Boutique, International Plaza Mall. That's where you're going to find the best Swiss watches that you're ever going to possibly own. Get a timepiece that you'll be proud of. Go to the center of the mall. It's on the second floor. Spend some time in this store. They have tremendous customer service. I don't know much about watches, to be honest with you, but man, you go in there, they're going to fit the perfect timepiece for you. They're used to dealing with all kinds of professional athletes, celebrities. They're going to treat you just like a celebrity as well. And while supplies last, they're celebrating the NFL's 104th year anniversary. They have 32 team watches for the 32 teams in the National Football League. And this is important. While supplies last, they're going fast. But these watches are custom made, man. You got the the team colors on the face of these beautiful chronomat watches, the logo. They are spectacular. Go to tampabay.com. You can see a copy, most likely, of the Bucs team watch. It's Breitling Boutique, International Plaza Mall. Make sure when you go, you let them know that you heard about it on Sports Day Tampa Bay.
So a lot of change happened after you quit, not just physical or going back to school and all that. You obviously got married soon after that. Now you have a beautiful girl. Like, how did that help you to be able to, sort of have that anchor too with Megan and do this together as a family? You mentioned, you supported her when she went up to New York and that sort of thing. So it helps to have a connection like that, right?
Undoubtedly. Like, it's so clear that we're not, like, nobody's an independent operator. Like, the self-made man's an illusion. All of those things. Like, we just so are a product of the people around us. Mm-hmm. And, like, to be ignorant of that, I don't think that serves you. Yeah. So to be able to lean on the people around you, and for me, I was really fortunate, like, did you talk about the decision-making process of even walking away? Like, that wasn't an independent decision.
No, had to be a supported. Yeah.
If I was if I didn't have anybody to talk through that, like, it would probably look much different. I might have not done something. I don't know. My whole career would have looked different if I didn't have the support system I had.
That's true.
So when it came to retiring or change, I think it's especially important during those critical periods of where there is that change. It's like you do lean on people, and I was able to lean on May, my wife, and my family, and that was incredibly important. And again, she was going through a change as well at the time. Mm-hmm. So there was this. I was fortunate in that we were kind of going through it together,
right?
And there was this processing of rediscovering each other and how we show up in every day. There were a lot of firsts for her that she was seeing of me. She's like, I didn't realize you had so much energy. Yeah, because I
used it all for 12 hours at the facility.
Yeah, because I was
she saw you in the morning, you were tired. She saw you at night, you were tired.
It's like, we come home, we watch a movie, and we go to sleep. It's like, this is great. And now all this I got a lot of
what do we do next?
What do we got to do? She's like, well, I didn't know you had this protection. And within that, I don't want to say it was all gravy. It's really hard.
It is hard.
It's hard.
Because I'll be honest with you, it's sometimes, you get into a routine as a couple or a family, and it's like, hey, things work really well when I'm not here. But if I'm here all the time, they don't work well at all. I need to go somewhere. You know what I mean? And I think we all discovered that a little bit during COVID, but it's true. It's like everybody sort of has their thing. Like when my wife lost her job, and they made some changes, and she went about 8 months. It was great having her around, but it was horrible having her around, because don't you have someplace to go, or, this constant, like, what am I doing next? That whole thing that you kind of went through, like, looking through, LinkedIn or whatever it is, or making contacts. You are sort of rudderless for a while, but you got to be, and this as an athlete, you got to be comfortable being uncomfortable a little bit too. But there is that discovery, like in a relationship, it's like, okay, how do we manage this? It's changed because I'm no longer gone for 12 hours a day,
No, that was, and you touched on 2 things, I think.
Yeah.
So, like, the uncertainty piece, like that, how unsettling that was.
Yeah.
Like I was saying, like, I wasn't very clear. It's like, oh, I'm going to become
right. You didn't leave
the psychologist, like, the next day.
Yeah.
So, like, that period of uncertainty was like, I didn't even realize how much difficulty, like, that was, in our relationship. Like, it's just part of the experience, and it made things really difficult. But again, it's stuff that you work through, and she was able to help me through a lot of anxiety producing and unsettling times of not knowing what's next. Because I don't do well with not having clarity, like
without lack of structure.
Without lack of one thing I know about myself is I know I need structure.
And then, you relocated. I mean, that was, you had to sacrifice going to design school or whatever. And now you're not in Florida, or you're back to New York, or you're.
Yeah, and part of it was like an intentional decision. I had people up there, so
yes,
like I was going
of course.
nowhere. But still a lot of change. Like, I'd say that ever since kind of retiring, it's been this constant change. It really has been. Like, even with my daughter, marriage, moving to New York, coming down here, starting school, like, it's really just been, and I don't think that I have given that enough acknowledgement, because like, as an athlete, it's kind of like come hell or high water, like, you just do the thing. You don't really acknowledge the stuff
the bigness of it all. I can do that. I can tackle this.
Like another thing, I got it, but it's hard, and we've got something that really works for us, and really fortunate for how it's played out.
Where does the wanting to help people come from? I mean, your parents are great people. I got to be closer to your dad maybe than your mom, but like, and I don't know your brothers and your sister though that well, but like, is that a Marpet thing? Is that something you saw or had patterned or modeled for you, or just something innate in you that you just felt like? Was there a moment in your professional career or your growing up that you thought it'd be great if I can give a hand up instead of a hand out?
I do think my parents do model it.
Like,
it's pretty clear. I mean, my mom's got the Museum of Motherhood. It's all about like helping people in the community, educating people. My dad is the relentless volunteer right now. Hospice with Lunch Pals down here, a bunch of organizations. So there's that framework, but also I don't know. It also, for me, I've been the beneficiary of so many. Like I was talking about, we don't exist in isolation. We exist from other people pouring into us, and within coaches pouring into me. Like, it's just clear that like if I can be that for someone else, like, that's such a
so your life experience,
worthwhile to spend my time. And then one thing that it's like my own personality made it really difficult, I think, within the NFL to like realize that I could make a difference. Like, it's hard for me to acknowledge that, and it was hard for me as a player to acknowledge that. But I am starting to see that it's like the platform that the NFL can help. Like,
now, when you say your personality, is that an offensive line thing? Is that I'm not going to be outspoken and giving all the
you do your job, and it's not about you,
right?
So like, it's hard when it comes to like helping people, or even doing something like this, like an interview, right? The reason I'm doing it is not because like, look at me,
right?
It's the genesis of this really was to help the crisis center,
right?
And to hopefully share a little bit of my story, not because of me, but to understand that like there's a lot of hard things that people go through, and for what it's worth, it can be helpful to see other people go through hard times,
right?
And can sort of destigmatize and make it feel a little bit more comfortable.
and this is Mental Health Month, and I think as a society we're sort of moving towards acceptance of that we all need something, right? Like I think for a lot of times, especially men, young men, asking is the biggest thing, or acknowledging that, hey, not everything is all right. You had guys in the league, maybe even teammates. I mean, Vincent Jackson. Like, there's plenty of examples in all walks of life where you just, how did this person that seemingly had it all, and then they were suffering inside, and having done what you've done in the work in the suicide crisis line and all that. I mean, you hear stories, them, and I think they exist, and I think it's that connection that you recognize that we all we're all connected somewhere, and people are going through shit we don't even know about, and you had teammates like that, I'm sure. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, yeah.
Yeah, I know, but that had to be part of your your experience, both as a just growing up in the game, and I mean, what I think is interesting about football is there's so many guys from different walks of life that have different roles. You come together and you won the ultimate thing, right? The Super Bowl. Right. But none of you could get there without somehow relying on each other. Maybe not mentally, but mentally a little bit too.
100%. No, I mean, whether you or you don't know exactly what someone's going through in a locker room, you definitely have some, some idea.
Perception, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and the truth is, I think the locker room in itself can be pretty destigmatizing. There's still so much to do, but the fact that you're with each other as long as the days that you have together, as close as you are,
more than your family.
Yeah, exactly. You are able to sort of, gives you space to sometimes, if you have the right teammates,
right,
process stuff, the stressful stuff that's going on outside of the game.
Yeah.
But to your point that we're all. You don't exactly know what someone's going through, and everyone's going through something. I think holds true, and fortunately, football, at least the locker room, helped provide some, space to be able to, or outlet, I guess, for those things.
Yeah, you get your brothers. I mean, there's somebody that can you're gonna lean on. I mean, it's the most. You're down there, it's the greatest team sport ever, right? Like, all 11 guys have to do the right thing. And so you kind of are in the trench together in the game and the job. So life is there too with you, right?
Of course.
Right.
To your point though about the stigma, I do think that that is relevant. It doesn't exclude football, and doesn't exclude the locker room, especially, right? Because the football as masculine sport as it is, it's got the kind of issues that guys can bring up are pretty specific, so relationship issues.
Sure.
But if it comes to something like depression or
substance abuse or something,
substance can go either way.
Yeah.
But substance use, those kinds of things, they're not as easily addressed.
Yeah.
And definitely sometimes can go under the radar and sort of be swept under the radar.
Yeah.
But which is why I think, for what it's worth, I don't know when this will be published or released, but if it can be towards the end of the mental health awareness,
hoping.
I think it's cool.
Yeah.
Hoping.
Yeah.
That'd be cool, because for what it's worth, I feel like there's so much stuff in the beginning of mental health awareness month about I don't know, just providing awareness, but towards the end, it's just all momentum dies. But it's important to finish strong if you can. So
yeah,
so I don't know what it can get done, but
yeah, I'm hoping. I don't have complete control. What we want to do, we have because of the industry now, we have 2 print days, Wednesdays and Sundays, so that limits it. But
of course.
But I've kind of committed. We've kind of committed this to being a print story, so we can have the big spread. It's also digital, and everybody can get it all over the nation. But yeah, we're kind of, so hopefully sooner than later. Yeah. They're still going through OTAs. There's a mini camp next week or 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
But yeah, we're definitely getting the end of May, for what it's worth. But yeah, I definitely want to address that. And how has fatherhood changed you? I mean, having been through it 3 times, I had sisters and, lots of people around. You've had plenty of brothers and teammates and family. What was that like? What was that sort of, what was your overwhelming takeaway from, wow, I'm a dad now?
I don't think there's any way to spin any of the cliches. That's like it's all really been said.
Yeah.
Like it's an experience that I don't think can be explained. It's just like there's a feeling, there's a space that opens up that you didn't think was possible to have.
Right.
It's just there.
Right.
And it's always there.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
There's a space that they're really, and I'm super grateful for it because I think it's made me more compassionate, a little softer.
Yeah.
A little.
Well, now you're a girl dad on top of that. Let me tell you. Yeah.
So, no, I mean, I wish I could speak to like some profound thing that's never been
that hasn't been said about fatherhood.
But it is just, it's the coolest, most awe-inspiring. Like,
it really is.
Yeah, like it's just, and it doesn't mean it's not. Again, it both can be true. It can be really freaking hard.
Absolutely.
I see 7 months old, so we're coming
no
out
question.
Of, like, not sleeping for days at a time. Like it's really hard and it's really great.
Yeah.
And so like
it's the hardest thing you'll ever do and the most rewarding at the same time, right?
Like,
all those cliches. But they're true. Yeah.
So like but for me it's kind of similar to, I know it's not retirement, but I talk to guys ears off about retiring, like what the next stage looked like. It's like you don't know until you're in it every day, and like you wake up and you don't know what's going on.
That's right.
It's similar.
Same with fatherhood.
I read a bunch of books.
Doesn't prepare you for everything.
Oh
yeah.
And I don't know, just the experience of it has been it's made school, it made other things more rewarding, I think.
Absolutely.
Like I wouldn't normally, like for the masters, like I don't think I would normally walk at graduation. Again, it's not really my thing. Like I just want a picture of my daughter. Like there are things that like become richer because of her.
Absolutely.
Like experiences that I travel or something like that is now I want to show her. You want
to share your life and share those things that you know that she'll gain from. Yeah, there's nothing like it. We all know your story, Hobart, Division III, but I don't think you sat around thinking a lot about it. I still remember the first practice when you put Joe McCoy on his ass.
I don't know about that.
He probably put you on yours too a few times. But how proud are you of what you did? And I mean, if a guy was going to check boxes from where you came, there's very few that were left unchecked, right? I mean, free agent contract, Super Bowl champion, Pro Bowl, all that. And there was, like I said, meat on the bone. So you're unique in that way. Very hard to walk away at the top, which in any profession, right? So it takes a lot of resolve. But you can now, at least from your career standpoint, not your life, but from your career standpoint, you can step back now and go, wow, what are you most proud about that you did there, Ali?
It's tough. It's a good question. There's a lot that
survived.
No, it is more than that. No, like again, to your point, like all this was wildly unexpected, right? As far as the career that I was.
Yeah, you beat some tremendous odds anyway, and then even more.
Yeah, we talked about the weight loss a little bit, but like in my head, like after college, like I was thinking, 2015. See, I can't wait to get because I was 290, right? I can't wait to like that's always been there, like those kinds of things.
Yeah,
it was so unexpected. But as far as what I'm most proud of, I mean, you just put your career in any way you want to, but like it is its own special story. Like everybody has a story, and there's guys that probably exceed what you've done, obviously, but still, you're rare because not many Division III guys make it to the level you did, and then do all those things on top of it in their career. Get to experience the Super Bowl, get to experience the Pro Bowl. I mean, I think the easy answer, like those peak experiences of like Super Bowl, Pro Bowl, signing a contract.
Yeah.
Those are easy to be proud of, but they were the result of like the process. It sounds corny, but like that's what made it so rich. Like I don't know, a great joke, but like Tristan and Antoine come in their first year win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, like come on,
no context. Like for me, like now they have context. Years.
Well, they do now. Yeah,
but like for me, like what made it so rewarding was the
hard times,
the hard stuff. So it's like for me, I think if that's the stuff in my career that I'm most proud of, is the fact that I've done really hard things consistently, and like done like you say, I left meat on the bone, but like when I was in it, like I was very much so in it, and I'm very proud of giving it what I had when I was doing it. Like I feel like that's what I'm probably most proud of.
Yeah.
Because
the effort you put forth.
There's just a satisfaction for me in knowing that like there are more years on it, but like when I was in it, like very much so all in. And I don't know, looking back at my career, like it would be really hard for me to think like he said left meat on the bone, but like within the years that I was playing was like I had more to give, and like I had years I could have kept going, but like I really am proud of how much I gave in the time that I gave it.
Yeah. They kind of missed you. I think you probably realize that. Some awful things happen, and coincidentally, after you retired, that Jensen gets hurt. Then, it was sort of a collapse of the offensive line all at once. But it wasn't anybody's fault. That's football. That's football.
Yeah, of course. I tried. Like it was really one of the things that was really hard for me. Honestly, was I think that when I was talking to Jason, like letting him know that early. Like if it was up to me, like in isolation, I probably would have taken a little bit more time.
Yeah.
But like there's a fidelity to the team. It's like that even if I'm not there, like it's like, all right, you got to try your best. Like just heads up, like
sure, put them in the best position they can before free agency.
In the draft.
Yeah,
like,
in the draft.
Yeah. So like ideally, I could have
spend a little more time, make sure.
Exactly. But like really, but not that time mulling over would have, been helpful. But like it's just like there still was
It was intentional for you to do it when you did, to make sure they were in the best position they could be in.
Exactly. Because that's important to me. Because all the guys.
I
played with. So for their sake too.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you're going to be successful. You have been successful. I can't imagine that this next field or next endeavor, whatever you do, it won't be. It's a hell of a lot of work. And a doctorate is impressive.
It is so much work.
And you have to do a thesis, right?
I will have to.
Do you know you're mulling over what that will be? Not that you want to share that because somebody else will do it.
No. That's the thing. Like, I mean,
that's be an original thought.
Yeah. What's interesting though to me, I have no idea. Who knows what it actually ends up being?
Yeah.
But I do think the concept. There's a lot around. We talked about it, but identity and transition.
Absolutely.
So I feel like
that's huge.
In some capacity, I feel like that's going to be the most exciting for research for me to dive into.
Yeah.
But we'll see how it plays out.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed our conversations with Ali Marpet. You can go to the Tampa Bay Times and tampabay.com to read the story as well. Big all-star game tonight. Looking forward to seeing Junior Caminero and the guys for the American League and see how they fare on that. Make sure you're going to get on down to Breitling Boutique, International Plaza Mall. Visit our friends there. Check out the beautiful watches they have, men's and women's watches as well. It's in the center of the mall's second floor, Breitling Boutique, and let them know that you heard about it on Sports Day Tampa Bay. For Steve Verstick, I'm Rick Stroud of the Tampa Bay Times. Have a great day, everybody.